So how easily are you distracted? They say you have about 30 seconds before a person switches off. That is crazy when you think about it. Quick, do something interesting. So how did we get to this? Well, there is so much content out there. There is so much stimulation and information and entertainment and distraction. And this has a direct effect on your attention and your ability to focus. Ask yourself this: do you feel fully present in the conversations that you're having with friends, colleagues, family, spouses? Let's swap that round. Do you ever notice, or how does it make you feel when you're talking to somebody and you notice that their attention is easily distracted to something else while you're talking to them? Without distraction, how much more quickly and efficiently could you get your work done and kind of finish your to-do list and have more time to go out and spend at your leisure with your loved ones? Do you even realize that that is a possibility, to spend more time resting if your work is done with more focus? I know that I get distracted easily, thank God for breathing. Sometimes I find myself on Facebook and I would have come on for something to do with work, and I'll totally forget why I came on there, and I would have, my attention will be taken off to one person's story and interacting with something else, and suddenly I've been there for 10 minutes. Let me know if you have this too. Been there for 10 minutes and you're like, why did I come onto Facebook in the first place? What was I doing? I was actually needed to do something. Completely gone. I've been completely distracted. My thought process has been interrupted. My work has been interrupted, and I have engaged in things that weren't anything to do with what I was doing for about 10 or 20 minutes. So let's find out more about why you get distracted and what you can do to improve your focus, what breathing technique you can use to absolutely improve your focus and attention to the task at hand. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and please hit the bell to be notified when new breathing practices are posted. My name is Hannah from Grounded Life, and I have been a breathwork facilitator and yoga teacher here in London for the last 7 years, and I've supported many people in understanding how distraction, constant distraction, aids and supports stress, and how breathing practices help us concentrate and focus and to soothe our nervous system, creating more balance in our lives, increasing our ability to focus and to not get distracted by the overstimulated world that we live in. Let's get breathing. So we are going to breathe in through one nostril, and then we're going to breathe out through the other nostril. And then we're going to breathe in through that same nostril and out through the other nostril. And we're going to carry on like that. The nostril we breathe in first is going to be our left. So this is going to be opposite. I'm going to look like I'm breathing in through my right, but I'm breathing in through my left. So you're going to cover your right nostril with your finger and breathe in through your left. So put your hand on your belly, as we want to encourage a deep breath. So if you naturally breathe shallowly up into the upper chest, that's okay. It's perfectly normal. It's a natural breathing habit. But because we're bringing our attention to our breathing, we want to take the breath a little deeper, a little fuller. So as you breathe in, down into your lungs, and the diaphragm then gets pushed down, because here are the lungs and they're expanding as the diaphragm gets pushed down, and then the belly kind of rises up. So basically belly breaths, deep belly breaths, nice deep belly breaths, covering your right nostril. And we're going to inhale for 5. Just to hold, swap, exhale for 5. Inhale, swap, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, swap, exhale. Inhale. Hold. Swap. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Swap. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Swap. Exhale. And take a couple of breaths through both. Okay, great. So that's the technique, that's the mechanism of doing it. And we're going to do the practice again in a minute. But I just wanted to go through a couple of things. I would encourage you to take the breath in for 5 seconds. So you're counting for 5 seconds as you inhale, and you're holding for a couple of seconds while you swap, and then you're exhaling. And if you can, exhale for longer. Exhale for maybe 6 seconds or 7 seconds or 8 seconds. So the longer you exhale, the better. But don't force it. Don't suddenly get anywhere where you're gasping for breath. Just do it nice and controlled and softly. Just do it within your reach. And then start to bring your awareness and choice to really feeling your breath. On the inhale, you're bringing in vibrant air, you're bringing in your life force, you're bringing in fresh air. So, allow that to be purposeful and full, slow embodied breaths. And on the exhale, lengthening the exhale, but also allowing rest to come, especially in the shoulders and the neck and the face. Notice anywhere that you're holding tension, and on that exhale, offer that place a bit of softness. This breath is great for rebalancing. It not only brings you to your present moment, because your breath only lives in the present moment, so by connecting to it is the anchor to come into presence, but it also balances. It's used as a balancing breath. They use it in yoga. You can balance the feminine and masculine energy. Also the left and right hemisphere of the brain. It also helps to rebalance that. It helps to balance the nervous system. One important note is you always start by blocking the right nose, and you always inhale first through the left nostril, and then to end exactly the same. So you end with the right nose covered and the out breath coming through the left nostril before you stop and breathe through both nostrils. If anything's not clear, we're going to go through it one more time again with some music as well, and just help you sink into the practice. But please just ask any questions on the chat box below and let's get them answered. So are you ready to do this again? With the intention, now you know the mechanics of the breathing, with the intention of really bringing your awareness into your body, noticing the areas of yourself, noticing how you feel, and committing to the breath practice. Let's go. So covering the right nostril with your finger. And I always breathe out a little bit to breathe in. So we start just by, and then breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold. Hold. Breathe out. Hold and breathe out. Take a breath with both nostrils. Just notice, how do you feel? What's alive for you in your body right now? Is there a sense of balance? How does your head feel? How does your neck and shoulders feel? How do your tummy and hips and legs feel? How do your hands, the palms of your hands, your knees? Checking in with yourself. How does your breath feel now? Is it any freer? Is it smooth, or how is it for you? Just answer these to yourself. Notice. And then blinking the eyes open, coming back. So thank you for breathing with me. You can do that practice any time in the day. It would be great to make it a 5-minute practice in the day, to do it every day. You would really see the benefits from making it a regular practice. And you might notice that it is easier to breathe through one nostril rather than the other. And then another time you do it, you'll realize that the other nostril is more blocked. So just notice that. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out my next video. It's in the description box below. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and leave a comment in the comment box and let me know how you found the practice and if you had any questions. Stay grounded and keep breathing.